Want to recap last night's game?
Let's ask ChatGPT to do it. Here are 5 ways. Yeah, sure. The Celtics got a great win. Actually, they looked good. The Celtics, the Miami Heat, man. If you only watched that game last night, you'd be thinking to yourself like, this is a 2 seed versus an 8 seed. Pure third quarter domination by the Boston Celtics, led by Jason Tatum. Welcome back, Grant Williams. Grant Williams, we talked about it like at the beginning of this series, but he was nowhere to be seen for a lot of the year.
Well, he got benched by Joe Mazzulla. What I want to say, though,
did he battle a quick injury?
Yeah, but he got benched at points of this season. You know, I don't think Joe Mazzulla.
He was such a huge reason for their success last year.
There's a lot of things. What up, Rocket News? So there's a lot of things that go into it, but it's mainly this year. Joe Mazzulla focused on offense. He was like, last year our offense wasn't good enough to win us a championship, so this year he went on crack with the offense, and I think they slipped on defense. But this game, they played their game. All right. They tried on every possession, regardless if the shot was falling or not. They, on the other side of the defense, they were trying to force turnovers. They were trying to get rebounds. I mean, I think the last 2 games they've won the rebounding battle. I mean, the game 3 that they lost, they had 21 offensive rebounds and 20 more rebounds in total than the Heat. They won the rebounding battle. It was just they couldn't hit a shot tonight. They were able to hit a shot. And if I'm going to be quite honest, after the run they went on, going out of the second half, I think the Heat just said, fuck it, we'll beat them in game 5.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's tough though, man. They're at home.
You know how hard
it is. Yeah, I agree with you. That's the unfortunate reality that they're looking at. But I mean, yeah, it was great. It's just crazy. Like, they dominated that second half completely and entirely. But the Heat, man, when they're not looking, I know it sounds so like redundant, but like when the Heat when they're not making their shots and Jimmy Butler's just a normal human being, I mean, they look so mediocre. I mean, they just look so.
It depends. I mean, there was moments where, you know, I thought a guy like Caleb Martin was looking good. I mean, they just weren't getting a lot of offense from other, like, if we go over here to ESPN.
Yeah. That's the thing, is if Jimmy Butler isn't dominating, I mean, Bam didn't have a crazy game. Bam didn't have a good game yesterday. But that, like, they just look like, it looks, basically what I'm saying here is if Boston wins game 5, game 6 will be the start of one of the most craziest playoff games in recent NBA history, I think.
You really
think? The Celtics win, well, I'm just saying, man, if the Celtics win game 5, game 6 would be, at least recently, one of the most big time games I can think of. And then game 7 would be absolutely historic. So,
look, you know, my dad's a huge Boston Celtics fan. Luke's a big Boston Celtics fan. I mean, my 4th team is the Boston Celtics. I love them. But in this series,
many people have 4 teams.
Huh?
How many people have 4 teams?
Yeah, but not many people have, like, I have a legit reason. I've gone to game, like, I was born in Minnesota. All right. First person I ever fell in love with, first games I ever watched, first jersey I owned was a Kevin Garnett. Then I moved to Orlando for first, like, actual game, because I think the games I went in Minnesota were like preseason or some shit like that. Actual games I went to were in Orlando, like regular season playoffs during the Dwight Howard run. So, like, and then, you know, Washington, I moved here before the year before John Wall was drafted. So, like, I felt that's why, legit reason all in there.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But either way, the Boston Celtics right here, this quirky guy, LeSwept, LeCap, LeChoke, LePack. But no, on a real holistic note, the Heat just coasted this game. They took this one on a breather. Yeah, I mean, they shot the ball better. What was it? They were shooting 29% on the series. All right. Like, this team
Yeah.
has not been a good 3-point shooting team in this series. I personally think, again, going out of the second half, Eric Spoelstra pulled the plug. Because he even saw it, I think, right here, if I look at the stats with Jimmy, how many minutes he played tonight. Let me just pull it up. I don't know why I can't pull up his minutes right here. Minutes. Oh, yeah. Jimmy played 39 minutes. All right. Bam Adebayo, 35. Gabe Vincent, 28. Struz, 36. Caleb Martin, 35. Which means, like, yeah, he pulled the plug. Like, he pulled the plug at, like, the start of the fourth, you'd say. And they just thought, we're going to get him next time, and they shot the ball better. I think, again, the Heat, though, the Heat won the game in the first half in the sense that every time the freaking Celtics would go on a run, the Heat would just come back and beat them. And then in the second half, the Celtics obviously went on their run.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this. We got game base quick. We'll talk tomorrow, more prediction, but I got game 5. I had Celtics yesterday, but game 5. You're going. This is going 6 games now.
I'm going Celtics in 7. Still, I don't think I predicted 7 games though, but I'm still going Celtics. It just has to go 7 now.
You're a bold man. Now, so let's talk over here about a man by the name of, I'm actually really happy. What'd you say?
Igor Kokoskov?
Igor Kokoskov. I made a video on it yesterday.
I love Igor.